Hi, I am Life Coach Latricia Booker with Kingdom Business, where we are empowered, where we heal, get delivered, and set free, where we know who we are. We elevate our minds and our spirits, raise and expand our consciousness to ultimately walk in our true divine purpose. That is the truth of who we really are, who God created us to be. So, in this video, I'm going to talk to you about 8 things that you can do to help yourself while you're doing deep healing. And so, the first thing that you can do, that you should do when you're doing deep healing, is to be gentle with yourself. Oftentimes, we give ourselves a hard time for being in a place or a position that we're in. Sometimes we give ourselves a hard time for not being able to do certain things the way we may normally do them, because many a times when we're in this space, our days are not normal. They don't go and flow like they usually do. Many a times our schedule get all off. Maybe we're not as in the same schedule or flow like we usually are in. That is because we are doing a lot of inner work, and it takes a lot from us, and it causes us to put a lot of work in. And so things are not normal. And you have to be gentle with yourself and know that it is okay. It is okay. When it's time, once you get through your whole process, you will be able to get right back in your routine, and you will be better, in a better space. You will be more productive. Things will just be so much more better for you, which is a lot of the reason why you're going through the deep healing in the first place. And so the second thing you can do is to not push yourself so hard. It may sound a little ironic to first say, be gentle with yourself, and then say, don't push yourself so hard. Well, I want to differentiate between the two. I want to make it a point to say, be gentle on purpose with yourself first, which means it's okay to coddle yourself. It's okay to, pamper yourself. It's okay to be in a melancholy space. Be gentle with yourself, and then know to not push yourself too hard. In other words, don't pressure yourself to get through this healing so fast. Don't pressure yourself. I got to heal. I got to heal. I got to get through this. I got to, you know. Yes, you want to get through this process. You want to heal. You want to recover. You want to complete the work that is in process, that is being done. But you don't want to be too pushy on yourself. You don't want to put pressure on yourself. It's not a hurry. It's not a race. It's going to take its natural course. And you want to allow for that. Because if you do too much pushing and pressing, you may be missing some things. You may not be getting the work done as you should be if you pressure yourself, if you push yourself too hard. You might skip over some things and leave some residue there that wouldn't be there otherwise. So you want to be careful that you're not pressuring yourself. You want to be careful that you're not beating up on yourself by being there in the first place, by whatever the situations or circumstances that may have happened or transpired, whether it being something from the past or something of recent, that where you're at, that causes you to be where you're at. You want to be careful that you don't blame yourself, even if there is a lesson to be learned and you got it. You just don't want to put pressure on yourself. Don't be too pushy on yourself. Again, be gentle with yourself, and don't push yourself so hard. Don't push yourself so hard. Let it take its natural course. And so the third thing you can do is do what you can as you can. And what do I mean by that? I mean, maybe if you're working a job, it may be a little different for you, because when you show up at work, you got to do the job. But if you're in a place where your schedule is flexible and you're running your own schedule and you make your own schedule and you create, whatever you're going to do from day to day, again, sometimes things may not be how they normally are. And so when you're going through these deep healing processes, again, it can take a lot from you, and you're putting a lot in. You're doing a lot of inner work. And so many a times you don't have the energy that you normally have. Many a times you're tired a lot. Many a times you just need to rest more. And so many a times you just don't feel like it. So do what you can as you can, when you can, as you feel like it. And when you feel like you need to be still and rest and just be or take a nap or whatever it is, please do so. I encourage you to do so. Even if you do work a job and you're on a certain schedule, still, it's the same thing. Even after work, things may be a little bit different. Just do what you can, like your things around the house, like laundry and whatever you have to do with the children, if you're a mom or even a dad. But whatever your other responsibilities are outside of once you get off from work, be gentle with yourself. One thing that I've noticed personally, is I like to exercise. I normally have a regular workout routine. I normally be on it, but I find myself in a space where sometimes I just don't feel like it. I just don't do it, but other times I do. And sometimes the plan is to work out or get some exercise in, but something happens where it doesn't happen. And I recognize that it happens that way for a reason, because I need to just take it easy. And although exercise is good, whatever kind of exercise you do, um, it's good for you even when you're going through your process. Again, if you're not feeling up to it, it's okay. You have to listen to your body and allow for your body to tell you, listen to your spirit, and it'll tell you what it needs. And you listen to it and give it what it needs. And what you can do in the place of exercise during this period in time is meditate, maybe yoga, tai chi, things like that. Because they are more meditative things, but they still kind of help you with your inner man and your inner spirit. And yeah, and those are things you can do anytime, outside of going through a deep healing process. So anyhow, the fourth thing you want to do is get out in nature as much as possible. Yeah, nature has a natural healing element to it. Getting the fresh air is always great. Sometimes we need to breathe in that fresh air to clear our mind and clean our spirits and just our lungs, and just being out in the sunshine if it's sun, being out in the trees. If you were live somewhere where you're near water, that is the best thing ever. I love going to the lake and just sitting there. Sometimes I sit in my car. Many times I get out. Most times I get out. Take a stroll around the lake if you have a somewhere where you can walk, even if it's not a lake, a park, whatever you have, whatever works for you. Getting out in nature is so healthy and so helpful when you're doing deep healing. In fact, it enhances our healing. We need it. We need nature. Do you ever notice sometimes, even outside of going through deep healing, that after so long, if you've been cooped up in the house, you need to go outside and get some fresh air? Well, because we need fresh air and outside air. Outside is nature. But the more you can get among those natural things in nature that we consider nature, like trees and plants and water and grass and that kind of a thing. Yeah, wonderful. Wonderful. It will do you wonders. So, on purpose, make it a point to get out in nature as much as you can, as much as you feel up to it, as much as you feel led to, while you're going through deep healing. And so the fifth thing you can do is, I kind of already mentioned this, but I want to mention it again for the sake of saying this specifically. Get exercise as you can. Again, don't worry about being on your regular routine. It's not a regular thing that's happening and going on with you right now. And I say that because although many a times we're always working through something and healing through something, we come to times and points in our lives where something comes up and it triggers something that says, I need to heal. And that's why I'm calling it deep healing, because it's something that's so deeply embedded and it's coming up because you need to heal from this so that you can move forward. So that you can move forward. So it's a deeper healing that's taking place. And so again, you're not going to be on your regular routine, but you do want to get exercise as you can. And I emphasize as you can, because you do want to exercise, but again, you don't want to push yourself too hard. Make sure you're doing it when you feel inclined, when your body is saying, okay, let's exercise, let's go for a walk, let's do whatever, aerobics, let's do some, go get on a treadmill, let's pick up the weights, whatever it is. Do it as often as you can. But again, don't press the issue, but try to get in exercise as much as you can. And if you're not getting it in like you normally do, or like you normally would like to, it's okay. And if you don't exercise at all, you might want to incorporate some exercise while you're going through deep healing. Because again, that enhances your healing. It enhances your healing. Um, but do something as much as you can while you're going through deep healing. And so the sixth thing that you should do while you're going through deep healing is to allow the process. And so I say allow because sometimes we might fight against the process because it doesn't feel good when you're healing. It's not an easy thing. But you want to allow it with the understanding that this is helping you to recover, with the understanding that as you go, when you get through this healing, that problem or that wound or that trauma will not be there anymore. So you want to allow the process instead of trying to suppress it. Because again, it doesn't feel good. So instead of trying to stop it from happening, which only hurts you and makes you feel worse and hinders the process that's come up on purpose so that you can heal, because that's God. And you could say the universe saying it's time for you to heal from this. It's time for you to recover. Listen, so you can move forward. So you can move forward. It's always a thing of God trying to get us to where He's taking us to. But He can't get us there with certain things that we need to heal, overcome, and recover from. And so allow for the process so that you can prosper, so that you can be freer, so that you can get your deliverance, so that you can rise up more and more into who you are in God, so you can walk into more of your purpose. Allow the healing process, allow it. And I'm going to emphasize the deep healing because right now I'm speaking of deep healing. In deep healing, you're going to feel all kinds of sorts of out of whack and stuff. But allow the process. And so the seventh thing that you can do when you're healing, when you're doing deep healing, is to trust the process. Yeah, that's right. Trust it. Because oftentimes you may not feel certain about what's going to happen, what's going to take place, what's on the other side. Again, because when you're in the midst of it, you do feel kind of out of balance and all out of sorts, but you have to trust the process. First of all, you have to trust that God brought you here on purpose to help you, not to hurt you. So if you know that to be so, You got to trust the process, which is the same thing as trusting God. Trust God in your process because He's right there with you while you're going through your healing. If you let Him be, He's there anyway. But trust Him. Trust the process. Trust that the process is doing what it needs to do within you. Trust that the process is helping you to heal and recover from the very thing that you're healing from. Okay? So, yeah, trust the process. And the eighth thing you can do, you should do, most definitely, congratulate yourself for a job well done. When you come into the end of that deep healing, you know it because things become normal again. You're feeling better. You feel free. You know that that thing that was there is no longer there. You know when you're coming out of that. You know when you're being delivered. I told someone yesterday, I said, God is delivering me. And then I said, He delivered me because I recognize certain things, a certain thing that was there, I'm delivered from. It's like it's not there anymore. But yet I recognize He's still delivering me. It's like I'm still in the healing process of that thing because there's other things that need to be, you know, plucked out, or should I say, soothed and healed, so to speak. God is sort of soothing that wound. He's closing that wound. He's actually removing it. He's really, really removing it because it's a wound that doesn't need to be there no more because it's over. We're not there anymore. This is you, a new creature. You're a new person. God said He's doing a new thing. And listen, you have to heal and let the process take place and go through the process because listen, if you're trying to go anywhere, move forward anywhere into anything that God has promised you or any dreams or vision that you have that you feel compelled to move into, you have to heal because the point you can't get there without doing that. Listen, you can't put new wine in old wineskins. God can't give you the new thing. He can't walk you into this new place with old wounds and traumas still there. So again, they come up for you to heal. And He's right there with you to help you heal. So do what's necessary. Trust the process. Go through the process. Be gentle with yourself. Don't pressure yourself too hard. Listen, it may seem like a whole lot, but I promise it's coming to a head. If you just allow it, you just got to be in there. Get up every day and just deal with whatever is there for you that day. Because you never know what the next day is going to bring. You never know what it's going to be, how you're going to feel, what's going to happen. And you just have to keep going through the process, letting it do the work. Letting it work on you, talking to God, listening to what He's saying, reading whatever it is He have you reading or whatever He has you doing, listening to help you with that. God always brings aids, different things to us, point us to different things, and it just kind of happens on its own. And I always say these things are not accidents or coincidences. These things are on purpose. Because I can't find myself reading a book right now that had been on me to read for some time, but recently I just cracked it open, and in the middle of reading it, I realized some things. And I realized that I was reading it right now because it's helping me with what it is I'm working through right now. So I'm saying that to say that amazes me, and it always happens. God will bring right what you need at the right time, whatever you need. So whatever God is bringing to help you to heal, or whatever it is you need to do. But right now we're talking about healing, and we're talking about deep healing specifically. Use it. Use your tools, whatever tools you have been given. Pray, meditate. Read books that help you to heal, or read things that help you with positive thinking, or whatever God leads you to. Ask Him if you don't know. But again, I know personally for me, He always bring me or lead me to just what I need, and I don't always ask for it, but I'm open to it. So you have to be open to what God is doing and what He brings to you to assist you, help you, or whatever. So, um, I'm gonna wrap that up. I hope this video helped you all, but I'm gonna run it down one more time. The 8 things you can do to help yourself when you're doing deep healing. 1 is to be gentle with yourself. 2 is to not push yourself so hard. 3 is to do what you can as you can. 4 is get in nature as much as possible. 5 is get exercise as you can. 6, allow the process. 7, trust the process. And 8, congratulate yourself for a job well done. And so, you guys, I give you all the thumbs up today. And I congratulate you for a job well done. But if you like this video, you can give me a thumbs up. You can also click on that red subscribe button and subscribe to my channel. You can click on that bell right next to that red subscribe button so that you can get a notification every time I upload a new video. You can also connect with me on Facebook and Instagram at Latricia Booker. You can connect with me on Twitter at Kingdom Business 9. That is Kingdom Business with 1 S and the number 9. And so you all, that is my time. And so that means I'm out. Peace.